What is up, my little sugar buggers? Welcome back to the channel for 7 top mods to significantly improve the relationship system in The Sims 4. Let's be 100% honest and upfront here. Relationships in The Sims 4, in my personal opinion, are pretty repetitive, completely freaking redundant, and also just really not that interesting. And that's a bummer because relationships, in my personal opinion, are kind of like the foundation of The Sims. It's kind of what it's all about. So hopefully the mods that I'm here to suggest today will definitely take it up a notch, or heck, probably even a few, because I'm telling you, ever since I've been interacting with these mods, I have been just enjoying my gameplay that much more. So as you guys saw in my very last current household on Miss Handless, Anissa Rolland over here, she has a couple special little interactions that she can actually do with a couple of her love interests. So what we're gonna do is we are going to talk about the very first mod, improved relationships. Have you ever noticed how Parenthood introduced the little buff that Sims get from having a bad or good relationship with a family member? I went in and applied the same logic to all of the relationships in game. What is this mod? This mod will make it so that every decision you make will have mostly long-term consequences. No more break it up in the morning, getting the bar up again in the afternoon, and getting married again in the evening, because the sim you break up with will get a proximity buff around your sim as well as your sims around them. Starting from the neutral relationships, it says that friends and good friends will get a happy buff around each other. Lovebirds and lovers will also get a flirty buff, so on and so forth. So basically, positive relationships that you have with Sims will reflect in your Sims' mood. Now, it says for girlfriend and boyfriend, nothing changes, but if the relationship starts to go down instead of up, they will feel bored. As it starts going into the red, they will start to feel tense. I love that. So if your relationship isn't going swimmingly, your Sims will also feel the effects of that. For married Sims, it is the same. It says, but if it goes into the dangerous red zone, they will feel very angry. A soulmate marriage gets a +1 happy buff. Special cases, awkward relationships will get embarrassed. Hot and cold will have a randomized change to get bored, angry, flirty, or tense. Enemies will benefit, or enemies with benefits will get very flirty. Ooh. This is my personal favorite. Broken up into 4 Sims in the red, angry. With romance, sad. Relationships that start working again will be happy, or in case of a divorce, very happy. Divorced friend will just get a small happy buff that says happily divorced, and awkward relationships that are simply broken up will feel embarrassed. So basically what this mod does is it kind of adds more character to your Sims. For instance, if I was actually going to invite over Vance and he was around our Sim, she would feel happily divorced because they have a good relationship. Something that presently is not active in the game. So depending on like what type of sim you're around, your sim will get a moodlet depending on how they feel about them. Happily divorced, things just weren't going well when we were married. Glad we can still be friends. Although, ... I don't know what that is supposed to mean. But it's interesting because in the same token, she also has things are not going well. This relationship is not going well at all. And that is because their romance is in the red. And I just feel like that is super duper ultimately the most realistic thing ever, and I wish that it was a little more prevalent in the game. So although I can't show you right now, I should have probably invited over Vance. Hell, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invite over both of her love interests just so that I can kind of show you some of the brand new interactions that come with the next mod. Improved relationships, cheating. This is a complete rework of the jealousy reactions in the game. With this mod, Sims react to cheating according to the relationship between the partners, and the reaction changes if the partner is guilty or not. So, for example, if Jeffrey Landgrab flirts with Bella Goth in front of Morty and she refuses, she will be recognized as innocent by the mod, and Morty will not be angry at her, but instead at Jeffrey. In the same way, the reaction will change if the Sims partner is cheating with a friend or a relative of the jealous sim. The reactions in this mod are based on proximity. For this reason, the sims must be in close enough proximity to each other for the mod to kick in. What happens next? New interactions will unlock. None of them are autonomous but one. So the cool thing is if your sim cheats, right, or is cheated on, you can confront the partner, you can confront the other sim, you can demand an explanation from your partner or demand an explanation from the other sim. You can even fight your partner or fight the other sim. And of course, if you chose to, you no longer need to beg for forgiveness. You can actually just have the sim that was cheated on forgive the partner instead. For the guilty sims, you can apologize. You can blame your partner. You can blame the other sim. You can explain the situation. And for the other sim, if they didn't know, you can just apologize. So I think there's also a whole bunch of other things in here if you wanted to read. Of course, I'm going to link everything on my website for you guys. And this one was kind of interesting because in a special case, it says, if the sims involved in the jealousy reaction all have the same romance between them, so like if it's a love triangle, you can literally ask the sims to become a throuple, which I thought was kind of interesting. Somebody's been watching Shameless. Anyways, there's also some interactions that aren't necessarily related just to cheating. They don't unlock if a sim has been cheated on, but will be available pretty much whenever, and I like that. So you can promise to be faithful regardless if you've cheated or not. You can express your love. You can ask to be lover, which I really like a lot. A consistent lover reaction will change in the case of being caught. On a separate package for people who use No Strings Woohoo from MCC or Wicked Whims, ask to be woohoo friends. And also in this package, it will include no walk away. So no walk away will stop the jealous sim from walking away from the partner, cheating on them. The package will also include no shy first kiss, but I personally like that, so I would take it out. These are all optional, but of course, if you want to, you can totally leave it in. So yay for me. There are actually a few different things I can show you guys are actually included on this second mod here. I'm wondering though if any of these are available through the romance system. So it doesn't look like I have as many options just because of course Vance is our ex. However, if I come out to our grumpy freaking grandpa over here, I'm pretty positive I can go and do a few things with him. For instance, I can ask Roger to be my lover. I can, ooh, be my lover, won't you be my lover? I can also express love for Roger, which I really liked as well. And I just think it's such a cute little way to kind of make relationships a little more detailed, I suppose, even though these are such light interactions. They really mean a lot to me personally. And I really enjoy them. And all of these mods, I don't know which one this is a part of, but I really love the fact that every time he is, or every time he's around Anissa, she gets this buff, and it's called Soulmate. It feels good to be with the person you love the most. And before she actually got into a relationship, apparently he was not a fan of her ex visiting, obviously. But before she got into the relationship, it showed a buff that she was interested in him. And that is kind of what led me to pursue the relationship. Again, going back to my current household, she has literally no idea that, no idea that he's married, which is kind of interesting. So they're fighting. I'm not sure why. I want to see if there's any other options that I can do with him really quick. I need him to actually stay here. So yeah, we could ask Roger to be woohoo friends, and we could also, let me see here. I think that's about it for now. Sometimes it just depends. Oh my God, this is getting really awkward. Why didn't he leave? Like, I'm not understanding. Okay, you know what? He needs to take a freaking hike. I did actually have in Island Living, when I was trying to take a photo, Eldonis was able to make a promise to Malay that he would be forever faithful. Now, she isn't getting this same option, which is interesting, but it's really not that big of a deal. Like I said, I'm going to try to go through this as much as I possibly can, but unfortunately, it's really just up to the game when it wants to, you know, show or put forth these interactions and moodlets. So we're going to go with the flow on this one. All right, so mod number 3. Share more news. I was playing my main save and Caleb got promoted to sous chef. He was also very happy about it, and it pissed me off the same way it pisses me off that he could tell literally nobody about it. So I told him to wait, turn off my game, and I fixed it. 3 new interactions for now, but there are actually 14 interactions in total. So now you'll be able to share news on your promotion, your engagement, on your relationship, if you've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You can even talk about the camping trip after you've gone camping, complain about missing home only during camping. You can complain about your workload, also about your stale surroundings. You can obsess about a new purchase, talk about workout session, complain about lack of video games, complain about the lack of promotions, brag about a masterpiece painting only if your sim has the painted masterpiece buff. So obviously, as you guys can tell, a lot of these interactions are kind of like contingent on whether or not your sim has a buff or has gotten into a recent relationship. And so, you know what? I do want to test one of these out. Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of these mods are about talking, since obviously a lot of them are experience based. I do feel like we could control this one particular scenario. So we're gonna go and have Anissa ask Roger to be her boyfriend. Now, just guessing on his mood, this may not end up actually happening, but it seems like Grumpy Pants has moved past his emotions, and it looks like Anissa and Roger are now in a brand new relationship. So we're gonna actually have him go ahead and hit the streets and make him leave. We're also going to invite over, I could invite over Vance. I'm a little nervous about this because this could go really good, really bad. But also maybe I can just invite over a potential good friend, Kathy. Let's try that and see if we can talk about or share our news about our brand new relationship. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of cute. I really like that. Also the fact that you can do it when it comes to like engagements and your promotions and all that jazz. Like, I feel like these are, you know, moments that should be celebrated, and why can't a sim be happy for themselves? I feel like that is really stupid. So let me just go and give her a friendly introduction. I'm wondering if there's any new buffs other than the fact that this one says a new relationship is a happy event in any sim's life. I kind of feel like, you know, that's kind of been there, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me see if we can indeed go and talk about our brand new relationship. I'm feeling a little nervous, as I always do when I try out mods. I don't know if we know her enough to do this just yet. Oh, obsess on your brand new relationship. Yes, I love that. All right, so we're going to go and obsess over our boo. That is absolutely freaking picture perfect, and I don't know how she's going to take it. She seems like she's a really good friend. She is totally pretending to be interested. Wait, did we even get to tell her yet? I think that we did. And it looks like we even built a little bit of a relationship over it. So again, these same things are going to apply to a whole bunch of other things. And I really hope that Zero adds more interactions in the future. So that brings me to mod number 4. Confess to Cheating by Awkward Duck. So this mod is super duper teensy tiny. It only has 2 different interactions and a few different buffs to go hand in hand with the circumstance. Now, to my knowledge, it doesn't conflict with the improved cheating mod by Zero, but I do love the fact that this one feels really solid. I really like this mod. Again, super duper small. But the cool thing is if you wanted to, obviously you could use the interactions from this mod, and then you could use the improved cheating system by Zero to either, you know, apologize to your partner, take your partner back, all that jazz. So many would say this is probably not necessary if you have that other mod, but you know what, like, why not? You know, more the merrier. So again, I have a video on this if you guys want to see it. I'll link it down in the description. So the next mod, Wicked Whims. Okay, I love Wicked Whims for so many different reasons. It's not all about the pixelated pickles and, you know, all that jazz. There's a lot behind it. What I really love the most, just kind of diving in real deep here, is the fact that you can also set up gender preferences, like who you're attracted to. You can have open relationships. There's more interactions. If you did decide to flaunt with the animations, there are really beautiful animations such as like kissing, cuddling, nothing over woohoo-ized, you know what I mean? You can really kind of keep it tailored to what your eyes are prepared to see. Now, again, I do not suggest this mod to anybody who is under 18. So kind of download this one at your discretion. Also, there are so many other beautiful benefits. It will add in real life scenarios such as miscarriage and, you know, all these different types of things. You guys can read about it if you want, if you're interested in over 18. Okay. All right. But yeah, I really like it because of the relationship preferences that you can set for your sim. So next one is a slice of life. There's so many reasons why I love this mod. But recently, you guys, I do believe Kawaii Stacy added in, it's not on here presently, but she added in some more buffs and things like that, some more interactions such as like drunk woohoo. There's the memory system, which will your sims will recant things that have happened to them in the past, like especially after divorce and things like that. They'll remember all these things, or they'll suddenly remember their first kiss, and it's just really cool to see your sims kind of like actually have a thought process. Another thing that I really do love about the slice of life mod is, well, the fact that your sims will have, I do believe, is it an attractiveness system? I'm pretty sure that actually comes with slice of life. Either way, all these mods will cover everything that you've seen, so don't worry, download them all. So for a slice of life in particular, I really liked the fact that you could inbox a sim, right? You could text them, you can call them sweet names, and you could, you know, pick a sim that you want to kind of like send little naughty notes to. So for instance, obviously we're gonna have Anissa here send Roger a little dirty text. She could, if she really wanted to, take it there. She could be mean, ask about weight gain, ask about you know, ask for money, argue about mental health. You can send a nude photo. It doesn't actually send a nude photo, but you can do so many other things like send money, send food, send a thankful message, you know, if you wanted. And I feel like this is really important because it gives you a way to kind of bond with another sim versus the standard just, you know, randomly sending an open-aired text that doesn't really have any context. I feel like it gives you a little more personalization, a little more control over your game. And like I said, I really do love the attractiveness feature. So if you wanted, you can go in to the attractiveness tab, and then you could generate all Sims attractiveness, generate Sims attractiveness. So let's do that, and we'll set it for Anissa. And if I wanted to, I could, ooh, I didn't know I could do all this. Hold on. I can base it on romantic partners. All of the attractiveness preferences are based on the Sims romantic partner's active traits or attractive traits. Okay, cool. So this is a little more custom. So I can actually base it on who she's been dating versus having it just randomly generated. This is new. Generate attractiveness preferences. You're about to generate attractiveness preferences for the Sims selected based on the romantic partner's official or affairs of each individual selected Sim. Elements like sex, gender, cult, voice, body shape, hair, facial hair, eye color, skin details, and clothing are considered when generating new attractiveness preferences. This action will override any existing attractiveness preferences of the selected Sim. Attractive memories. Anissa's mind is rushed with memories of a certain Sim in particular. All of the qualities that brought joy to her eyes have made it a hard task to think about anything else. Typically, it will tell you who they're attracted to. It looks like Anissa's preferences have not been set, which is a little weird. I'm a little curious as to why that isn't there, but it should definitely generate if it hasn't already. Maybe possibly there's a way that I can actually go and check it out myself. But yeah, also with the slice of life, like I said, you can have, I think it might be based on, it may not, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's also based on, hold on a second. No, I don't think that I can. So it should be generated here. Hopefully it will be at some point, but typically I'm pretty positive if you did look for who your Sim or what your Sim's attracted to, it would display there in the little like trait box. So as I was saying earlier, yeah, you can woohoo, you can have drunk woohoo, risky woohoo. I do believe it is base mental compatible, which is kind of cool. That is a really fun mod because it kind of makes, you know, the drunk system in the Sims a little more realistic, I guess is a good way to put it. Also, not to mention mention, a lot of these mods have so many other benefits. You know, I absolutely love Slice of Life, and I even like the Explore mod too. And the reason why I love the Explore mod, and I guess it could be sort of based on relationships, is the fact that your Sims can explore with other Sims. They can go on dates, they could, you know, go and get like foot massages, go on some type of hike together, build relationships that way. So I feel like the Explore mod, even though it didn't make it on the official list, I do feel like this girl is super freaking annoying. No, I feel like it is definitely one of those mods that could totally build up relationships. This brings me to our last and final mod, Passionate Romance. Express your true love and feelings. Show your passion to your loved ones through new romantic interactions that will spice things up and send your Sims to a happy place. So, for instance, your Sims will now have a new romantic interaction menu called Passionate Romance. Inside the menu, you will find new interactions. You can goose, you can snuggle, romantic hug, make out, romantic selfie. You can also do a manual romantic selfie, and then there are some interaction features. Your Sims will gain friendship and romantic relationships with the brand new interactions. We will also get a new romantic moodlet called Feeling the Love upon doing any of the interactions. So it says this is the first release. They do plan on adding things in the future, such as a love life reputation system, attraction and crushes, more interactions, more romantic selfie poses. And if you wanted to, you could also add in these little mods, which are really cool. I love the slow dance mod and the romantic stargaze. I did do a full-blown review on this mod if you guys are interested. This list, amongst many of my lists, are just kind of like little overviews. So if I didn't go super in depth, I apologize, but a lot of these, it's kind of hard to do that. And then for the ones that aren't hard, I already have reviews on. So I'll try to be like super consistent and like post everything. Post everything in the description, or actually on my website. We're just going to keep it all on my website. So this I haven't tried before. Let me see. It says walk while holding hands. Ooh, okay. You know what? I'm actually going to try this with Roger. I've never done this before, not even in the review. Since then, they've actually added in a few new interactions, and I'm super excited to kind of see what this looks like. Oh my God. This is seriously the cutest thing ever. Like, if you wanted to have you, she gonna go right through the trailer sidewall. Oh, she is. She gonna walk right out, yo. Okay. So routing is, oh, she is close to his nads, girl. This ain't tennis. Anyway, put the balls back on the court. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But for real, like, obviously routing is an issue. Sims don't care. So maybe if you were like in wide open spaces, you know, it wouldn't be a big deal because they are literally just about to go through her minivan. But you get it. It's cute. Perfect for machinimas. Just, and they're building relationship. They're building their relationship, by the way. And yeah, there's some other things too that you can do, as you guys already know, have already seen. You can also snuggle, take a romantic selfie manually. So Anissa is a big fan of taking selfies of her significant other. For a hot minute, she had her ex-husband on the wall, and that was just like super hard to explain to any of her new beaux. But the cool thing is, you can actually take these photos, and then you'll be able to put them wherever the hell your heart desires. You could go and display your manual photos on the wall, and thanks to the brand new update, you can actually choose different variations of frames. So we'll do red, you know, just to kind of like symbolize love, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. You get the point, you get the gist. So I'm telling you, if you decided to go ahead and download all of these mods, oh my God, you would have so much fun with relationships. They would just have a greater meaning. Like I said, I didn't even scratch the surface. Okay, and look, there we go, feeling the love. I love it. So cute. I didn't even scratch the surface on the is she doing, oh my God, you little nasty. She doing some self-woohoo. I mean, I guess relationships aren't just, you know, with other Sims. They're apparently with yourself. And she's doing a little self-woohoo thanks to Kawaii Stacy's Slice of Life mod. She's really living La Vida Loca underneath those freaking, you know, Egyptian cotton covers. But yeah, you get the point. I think it's time to go. If you guys are interested in checking out any of these mods that I showcased here today, you can go ahead and pick them up on my website at xurbansimsx.com. And the link to my website will be in the description below. But of course, course, if you guys have any mods that you think should make this list, let me know in the comments down below. And with that said, you guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.